Today, share very secret news for Little People Big World fans. Despite Matt ignoring his sons after a farm feud, Chris Marek's second wife is pregnant and Amy Roloff is still in business with him. Chris Marek has been criticized for pressuring Amy to see her ex, Matt Roloff. After losing what she wanted, Amy Roloff is sad. She lamented that her family had prolonged the Roloff farm's turmoil. Never miss this video, I'll disclose everything. Amy Roloff works with Matt despite his ignoring their sons over the farm quarrel. Roloff family members don't get along in Little People Big World. In order to honor their father, Little People Big World actors Jeremy and Zach started it. They bought some of Matt's land to bring their families there. Both bids were rejected because the patriarch was overly demanding. Matt's ex-wife Amy Roloff and their boys were outraged. The newest data shows they remain business partners. Amy and Matt Roloff worked hard to develop Roloff Farms. Supporters praised their use of the property to establish a large enterprise. Amy had to give her ex-husband her land when they split. Regardless, Jeremy and Zach wanted to acquire the north portion of the land from their father. Matt intervened and stopped it. Amy Roloff was also furious with her ex-husband. She sold the farm back to him, believing their sons would take over. Amy Roloff's yearly report shows she still works with Matt. Our pumpkin products is her business, according to The Sun. They sell BBQ, pumpkin salsa, and other foods in this category. The yearly report notes that the Little People Big World matriarch has completed the appropriate paperwork to continue the 2016 founded firm. But supporters thought it was hypocritical. This is because Amy often said Matt was wrong to ignore his boys. He and her battled over the same subject on the show. It appears they don't think she's still doing business with him. Amy supported her son Zach throughout Little People Big World. After losing a section of the family farm, he and Tori relocated to Washington. During Zach's repeated trips, his mother complained that her ex-husband was unfairly denying their children the land. Amy Roloff wasn't sure whether she wanted to participate in pumpkin season after the conflict stressed the family the year before. Zach left his tour guiding job due to the property issue. Episodes showed Amy's confused thoughts regarding agricultural labor. She helped greet people when they arrived at the property. However, Amy returned to the farm for the pumpkin harvest and more. Chris Marek replaced Zach as tour guide. Because Amy had previously criticized her ex-husband's care of their boys, many Little People Big World followers were confused by her decision. Chris Marek criticized for pressuring Amy to reunite with Matt Roloff. Matt and Amy Roloff were once healthy. After their divorce was depicted in Little People Big World, their friendship deteriorated. They were together for 27 years before that. They were again visited by love. Amy found Chris Marek, while Matt immediately dated Karen Chandler. The later pair is married, but not the former. Amy's ex-husband and current spouse get along. Many Little People Big World fans find that odd. Chris was said to have persuaded his wife to contact her ex-partner. Amy Roloff and Chris Marek visit Matt Roloff. Chris Marek and Amy Roloff's plots came spontaneously. They were good friends before falling in love. Their marriage is a year old. Matt and Karen began dating in 2017. The Little People Big World star allegedly had an affair with his farm manager Karen and divorced Amy. However, the latter two have not clarified that charge. However, Amy Roloff often seems uncomfortable on the program near her ex-boyfriend Matt Roloff and his partner Karen Chandler. Redditors speculated that Chris Marek is forcing his wife, Amy Roloff, to visit her ex. Chris's good bond with the Roloff dad must have been obvious to Little People Big World viewers. They think Amy must stay with them because of this, even if it's unusual. In response to the post, several fans stated that TLC was trying to create scenarios where Amy and Matt spent time together. Thus, many assumed that TLC reality shows were unnatural and that all four of them were there for the views. For the first time, Little People Big World fans believe Chris, Amy, Matt, and Karen had a planned affair. They previously accused TLC of guiding their Little People Big World Season 23 narrative. For fans, the four returned to Arizona as ex-partners. It seemed odd that Matt and Amy Roloff spent time together. The newlyweds got a gift basket from Matt and Karen. 2 regular Arizona tickets were supplied. The ex-couple wanted the latter on their regular vacations for once. Thus, many followers again alleged on social media that TLC was slanting the news. Their belief was that the excursion was meant to spice up the season. They knew two ex-partners traveling together would cause problems. All four cast members were allegedly paid off for the vacation. Amy Roloff of Little People Big World laments her family's ongoing Roloff Farms conflict. She laments the strife between her ex-husband Matt Roloff and their kids, Jeremy and Zach, when Matt refused to sell the land. Father-son discord has plagued the Roloff household for months. Amy hoped the debate would end, but it would take a miracle. After the last season of Little People Big World, viewers learned that Zach had approached his father about buying Amy's previous part of the property. Zach's wife, Tori Roloff, and Matt's girlfriend, Karen Chandler, accompanied them in case anyone needed help. Matt said his son undervalued him when Zach said his father asked more than the property was worth. Karen's involvement in the family business reportedly caused major conflict among the four siblings. Zach and Tori were so upset that they moved an hour to Battleground, Washington. Last month at a Little People Big World seminar, Amy told her husband Chris Marek about her aspirations for the year and her family's strained relationships. Amy informed Chris she's uneasy about Matt keeping the farm. Amy expressed sorrow for her children's suffering. She said she and Chris would help with pumpkin season, but she knew her kids wouldn't be with the TLC cameras. Amy shared her kids' farm thoughts. Roloff Farms will always be a family farm, but Amy understood Zach and Jeremy's wish to go. Amy says Zach no longer considers it their farm. Matt owned the land totally. Amy expressed hope that time would mend the family, but she made it apparent that the family is still fractured, even if Chris remained optimistic. Many Little People Big World fans blame Karen for splitting the family, but others point to Matt's persistence. Tori and Zach seem happy to leave Roloff Farms. Despite the turbulence, the couple raises 3 children. Amy married Chris last year. Amy's connection with Matt Roloff has drawn criticism, and now some fans are criticizing her for not giving Chris enough credit for his family bond support. Reddit users weighed in on the TLC mom and her new husband. Someone posted to start the conversation that he is a better parent or grandpa to the kids than Matt. Chris works hard to bond with the kids. Matt and Karen, goodbye. Another claimed this individual isn't discussed enough. Chris is better than Matt despite his quietness. I believe he's fantastic, even if I only see him on TV, said one spectator. He appears great. I wonder why Amy was drawn to him if he is as sweet as he is off-air. She looks difficult. Another commenter said, I hope he and Amy succeed, although she's not the easiest spouse. Matt and she have difficult personalities. In August, Amy sent a poignant birthday tribute to her husband on Instagram. Fans wished Chris a happy birthday and poked fun at Matt in the comments. One fan wished Chris a happy birthday. We're grateful you gave Amy the love and life she deserves. Another observer says you have given Amy beautiful, well-deserved joy, light, love, and trust. You have fun together, said one follower. I love you both. I can't stand the other 2 ex-partners. They're dirty. Let them go, give them to the wind, they're past. In his book Against Tall Odds, Matt admitted that he and Amy did not have the same notion of commitment, ending their 30-year marriage in 2015. Matt faced infidelity claims. Matt is dating former farm manager Karen Chandler. I'd rate commitment lower, but Amy puts it near the top, he said. I regard most obligations with a few exceptions as negotiable, while Amy is more rigid. Matt and Amy, as well as his twin sons Zach and Jeremy, have been at odds since Matt sold a section of Roloff Farms after rejecting bids from 2 of their kids. After losing what she wanted, Little People's Amy Roloff is sad. Amy said in an Instagram video that she was disappointed when a property she wanted became pending. Little People Big World star says we're looking at property or what's available. She said it was affordable and close to her home. Amy says it's still pending. When the location, pricing, and other factors are appropriate, things move quickly. Amy closed the video by saying, we'll keep looking. She laughed and said, who knows? Fans had mixed reactions when the TV star established a side endeavor outside of TLC. Little People supporters asked Amy to find an actual job when she exposed her new business's outrageous costs. In an Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen YouTube video, the Oregon native announced her next side project or job transition. Amy promoted her website's tiered memberships in the commercial clip. The TV personality states that the first membership level will contain additional content, the second a live private conversation with Amy, and the third a monthly Zoom cooking session with the TLC star. Amy wore an Amy Roloff's little kitchen apron with a friend. "I love food, therefore I'll celebrate," the caption said. The writer says sharing a meal with friends and family has generated some of his most precious memories. "I like more than cooking and sharing new recipes." One photo of Amy preparing shows her and her 60-year-old husband, Marek, eating supper. A fan posted the photographs on a Little People Big World online group with the caption, "Is this the last season?" Amy's cooking vids are better. "I've observed Amy's production quality and look have improved, and she seems to be focused and pushing these films," the person said. Roloff fans made predictions in the comments. Someone said, "I think it was done 2 seasons ago, but I thought it was finished the year the producers zoomed in on the paint drying." It continues. Amy is planning her future without the program and farm income, according to another. As agreed, "I love her videos and think she's building herself up for after the show," said another. Little People Big World fans believe Amy Roloff and Marek's wedding present of Arizona tickets from Matt and Karen Chandler was contrived. Amy reluctantly agreed to meet them in Arizona at Chris's request, but many viewers remarked that she seldom smiled in their moments and refused to sit close to Matt on the Jeep trip. Redditors viewing the latest season 25 episode think Chris and Matt are faking their friendship to make their moments more authentic. Many Little People Big World fans believe that Chris is polite, but many observers think he is trying to placate producers by joking with Matt to mediate between the four. A narrative involves Matt's closest buddy Chris and his betrayed ex-wife Amy. Matt and Karen weren't invited to the wedding, but Little People Big World fans are surprised the longtime pair sent Amy and Chris a gift. Announcing that they are expecting their 4th child, Audrey and Jeremy Roloff have confirmed their news. The former cast members of Little People Big World made the announcement on Monday by posting a video on Instagram that included their children, including their daughter Ember Jean, their boys Bode James and Radley Knight, and their daughter Ember Jean. Within the video, the family was seen waiting in a queue. When Audrey leaned over to Jeremy, she whispered something into his ear. In order to take up Audrey and turn her around, Jeremy threw his hands up into the air and picked her up. And with that, he turned his attention to Ember and whispered the news into her ear. The little girl gave it to Bode, who then gave it to Radley. These 3 people shared it. According to the comment that his parents wrote over the video, the smallest child started mumbling the term Big Brother over and over again during the video. At the conclusion of the video, the entire family was seen celebrating. The secret has been revealed. A 4th child is on the way. The addition of another little grommet to our gang is something that we are really happy about. We are increasing our family once again. This is what Audrey and Jeremy said in the caption of the post, which they each posted on their individual accounts. Audrey disclosed that she had an extremely rare end-call birth while she was pregnant with Radley. This information was disclosed the previous year, 4 months after the birth of her youngest kid, Radley, in November 2021. She created an Instagram post in which she detailed the events that transpired after the delivery of her child. She said that this was the first time she had given birth outside of a hospital. "Even though I had a history of having rapid labors and postpartum hemorrhage, my midwives and I had a lot of conversations about this topic in the past, and we had a fantastic plan in place for this particular delivery." Her explanation was that once she reached 40 weeks, she went through 5 days of Braxton Hicks contractions, which caused her to be anxious about whether or not she would be able to make it to the birth center in time. "I was simply anticipating that I would need to be really in touch with my body and discriminating in order to know when it is go time," she added. "My water did not break with the other children, and I did not lose my mucus plug until the end of my labors." She stated that the labor and delivery procedure once she eventually went into labor was very different from the labor and delivery she had with Ember and Bode. She noted that she did not experience the sensation of the baby coming down in the same way that she had with the other children. There was a lot of pressure and a horrible back labor, but I didn't feel like I was making any progress. It was excruciatingly uncomfortable and mentally challenging since I had the impression that I was exerting myself without making any progress. At the time of Radley's birth, Audrey recalled it as peaceful. It appeared as though all of the pieces of the unmanageable jigsaw were falling into place. She emphasized that there was no sense of hurriedness or disorder. It was a moment of pure delight, that golden hour after delivery.